Hello and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be creating the viral latte makeup look. Now, if you ask me what this is, I honestly didn't know this was a thing until the last week. Basically, it's a very bronzy, summery kind of look, but I am going to be doing a little bit of a spin on it and I'm going to be adding a multichrome. So I'm going to be using the Viseart Neutral Matte Palette, and there's no shade names. So I'm just going to be pointing to the shades throughout the video, and I'm going to be really only using, I believe, like 3 brushes for this look. So essentially you're trying to use warm brown mattes and just kind of building them up and blending them out. Now you can of course do different techniques for this eye look. I almost did an eyeshadow wing, but I just decided to do like a typical matte in the crease and on the outer corner, deepen it up a little bit kind of look. And all the base information I will put down in the description box. Usually for the latte makeup tutorials you see that as well, but that's not really why you're here for my channel. So I thought I would just focus on the eye look. So I'm essentially just slowly building it up and just creating a depth with layering a couple of the matte shadows. I'm still using the same brush. I believe this is the Refer 13 or 14, which is really my go-to, and it's just so versatile. I can use it for numerous different purposes. And then just deepening out the outer edge, and I'm kind of keeping it close to my lash line. And this is a Game Beauty brush. I did get a little bit of fallout. I would definitely kind of recommend just in general doing your eyes before your base makeup just to make sure you don't have any fallout and messing up your foundation or your under eye concealer. Really, it's just a lot of layering browns and blending it out and just making everything look nice and cohesive. And then I use the Creme almost white shadow to just add a little bit of more contrast between what the inner portion of my eye look versus the outer corner. So just kind of highlighted it without being literally white. And for the multichrome, I'm going to be going in with the Touch of Glam Stop Complaining, Stop Competing shade. And this is such a beautiful bronzy shadow. It has lots of different flecks throughout it as well, and it shifts to a green. And of course, putting down some Fyrinnae Pixie Epoxy, taking a little coffee break. It is not a latte, unfortunately. And I did decide to pick it up on my finger. It is a little bit flaky and I just wanted to avoid any more fallout, even though I ended up having a little bit anyway. So I'm predominantly putting the most of the shadow into the center of my lid and then just kind of blending it inwards slowly, because I do want to keep that very inner corner highlighted with the matte, with the cream matte shadow that I used earlier. And then just doing the same thing on the other side and always tapping it out, making sure I don't have too much on. This shade is just so dimensional, so shiny, really beautiful, and it does smooth out quite a bit, especially if you're using your finger. And to highlight, I'm going in with the Colourpop Night and Shell highlighting palette. I absolutely love this palette, specifically the shade that I'm using here. You can definitely get it to be even more sparkly on the cheek. It is the Super Shock formula, and I love this formula for highlighting. It just looks absolutely beautiful on top of the skin. For lipstick, I'm going in with Velvet Fawn from Eldridge. And when I started applying it, I wasn't too sure. I felt like, maybe this isn't the perfect shade to go with the eye look. Like, it didn't really match fully. But I decided to just go with it because I knew I was going to be putting a lip gloss on anyway. So I'm going to be choosing between these 2 shades from Queen Cosmetics. One of them is more just bronzy with sparkles throughout it, and the other one is like a little bit shifty. I decided to go with the more bronzy shade called Golden Hour. I feel like it was mixing in with the lipstick a little bit since it is a creamier lipstick and I had put on a lip balm before that. So I did add on another layer just to really get the sparkle to show through. And here's the final latte makeup look with a multichrome. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Which multichrome shadow would you use for this look? And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.